Hi, today we are going to connect your NWEA scores to Khan Academy math lessons. The first thing that you're going to need to do is you're going to need to go to the logins page for Youngstown City Schools and click on NWEA Teacher Assessment Login. Once you log in, you will need to choose Map Growth Reports. The report that you can use to accomplish this is your class breakdown. You will need to choose the class that you would like to use, and it will create a report for you. The report is going to give you math and reading. I'm going to choose math because I want to break this down by student in the math subject area. I can see the students and where they fall in the range. This is important. Now you can print this page, you can create a PDF because you are going to need this page in order to complete the map recommendations for Khan Academy. The second part that you're going to do is you're going to go to your Clever portal and you're going to choose Khan Academy. I'm a teacher, so I choose Teacher Start here. I'm going to continue with my Google. It will connect my school account to myself. This will take me right here to my teacher dashboard. It has my classes on here. If you need to add your class, you are going to click Add New Class. If you are using Google Classroom, you can click on Import Your Classes. I'm going to connect to my Google Classroom that I choose, and I'm going to choose Next. And it will take a few minutes to load all of your students into your new Khan Academy class. If your students have not accepted Khan Academy before, and I'm just going to exit out of here because I want to look at my class. This says 3 students. If I look in here under my roster, these students have not accepted an invitation. They will be emailed an invitation to connect to your class. You also have this class code right here you can use and give to your students to connect to your Khan Academy class. Either way, it will work. So the second piece that you need, now that you have your classes in here, you need that link that Mr. Filipovich sent out to you to add your map scores. Once I do that, I can see that I'm still logged in over here. Now, this says you. It will try to allow you to put in your map scores. You are not a student. You will go down to your students. I'm going to choose a class. And it starts loading the students for me and their names. Now, it's only showing me those 3 students that are currently active. I would go back to my NWEA class breakdown report, and if this was the person I'm looking for, I will find that person in each content area. And then I will put the range at the top, the lowest range, and it actually doesn't matter because you'll be choosing the lessons once you're done. So in here, I am now going to put their scores. So I'm going to say, first of all, this person is 2 to 5, not 6th grade and up, and their lowest score was a 131 in operations, 161. I believe that's the range, 161, 161, and 171. Once I add the students' scores in, at the bottom, it shows me what I can assign for that person. So if it says they are below a 160, I would go down to the bottom to geometry, which is your first option. Or I'm sorry, geometry is a 161. So I would go down to geometry. I would find 161. I would click on that content. And if you click, you can choose one for them to do, or you can click on the whole assignment and you can assign it. You can assign it to all students, or you can assign it to only those students that scored in that range. So I would hit assign, and I would assign that content to them, and then once they log in, that content will be assigned to them to work on their RIT score level. The one thing that you can look at when you're assigning these lessons are what students are getting these. So I only have one student, so I'm going to assign this to the one student in my class because I know that they're on the same RIT score, which is 161 to 178. But you could choose all of those students when you go back into your NWEA, all those students that fell into that score, you could then go back under your geometry in that range and you can assign that content here, and each student would get different questions. The only thing you need to remember is that this is giving them the one lesson, which is practicing order by length. If you wanted to also give them measuring lengths, you would need to choose the student that you want and hit assign, and you would assign that, and then you would go into the next steps, and you can also assign that lesson to the same student or students that you chose to have these lessons. The only thing that you need to keep in mind is down here at the problem, it shows you that there are 7 problems, and then there's probably a little quiz. And then on this section, it should tell you there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 questions, and then a check. And then they will be on the next one, and it will be 7 problems. So you don't want to give them too many choices at one time or lessons at one time to use. So you want to maybe only assign one topic at a time. Now you can always go back into that range again, and you can go to the next section, and then you can start to assign the practices they have there for that section of your geometry for each student that needs, once they finish something and they need to move on. So if you go back under your name and you click Teacher Dashboard, I have a class, and then I can look at the assignments that I chose. Now I assigned this more than once because I did a practice, so you're only going to see them one time in yours. You see names and shapes, which names and shapes, you see the same thing twice, measures and length, and then I added order by length. So it shows me that TT Teacher Do is going to do these lessons. If I had other students listed here, it would only have underneath their names what lessons that they are working on. So I went ahead and made a fake student account, and once I logged in as the fake student, they can go to their home page and it will show the assignments that I have assigned to them in the next however many days and the due date. So you're going to have to make sure that you give them enough time to complete this lesson in order for them to get it done. If you have any questions or you need any help, don't hesitate to contact myself or Andrea or Rachel, and we will come out and help you import this and start this in your class. Have a great day.